Hello there everybody and welcome back to chapter 9 of DEEPGUARD. So where are we at today? There is a crafts floor skill that we are going to build, and I'm going to start with that part right away. So it's going to be a very easy thing. It's going to sit right here. We're going to work with that wet spot. And I was figuring that today we're also going to work on a freshwater supply for the fort, as I think this is one of the things that, especially in a swamp fortress that has now a lot of fighting going on, that should be very important. There is also the necessity of a magma workshop, but one thing at a time. So now you know what's on my mind. So at the same time, the depths here are under good protection here. So we got the red torches in defense, and these are legendary fighters. None of these little troglodytes will ever be able to get us into any trouble as long as these guys are defending that place. So what do we have here? A moody dwarf is claiming a workshop. It's a possession, so that means, sadly, there will be no profit out of this skill-wise. Too bad. Anyways, so since this place is so darned rich, I'm just going to clap the floor in iron, because heck, why not? Seriously, I love to do this with this fortress, and I have already dubbed her the Iron Fortress out of this reason alone, so yeah. Long live the Iron Fortress. And we're flooring every prestigious place with iron. Eventually, maybe even with steel. But steel we do as soon as the magma workshop is established, because I don't want to pay those charcoal prices. Those are definitely too high. Now then, let's make this a meeting area. Guild Hall. Crafts Dwarf's Hall. There we go. The laborious paint is established. There we go. To make things really nice, of course, there's going to be a couple of workshops in here. Because what kind of a guild hall is this supposed to be? Otherwise, I'll make them a little bit different, like there. Am I blind? Yes. Momentarily blinded. So yeah, a distribution like that. It's always going to be uneven, so we leave it with 2 workshops. That's okay. Okay. The guild hall agreement has been satisfied. Yeah, that was a quick one. That is because iron floors are just stupidly valuable, as you see there. That's a lovely trick. We're not going to stop using it, as there's just so much iron below us. I don't see any reason to change a running system. So let's see, did I forget animals? Oh hell yeah, I did forget animals. I was sure I saw that water buffalo calf a moment ago in the fort. You develop a sense for these things the longer you play this game. They do you notice them like something that shouldn't be there? Seriously, it's looking fine, doesn't it? I really like this place already. So, we got the guild hall thing done. There's not much more to add, except for maybe some engravings at the entrance. I love that. So, let's head back to our little stinky place. So, nobody did remove the troglodyte pots out of the area here. Sucks. Ah well. Eventually our cleanup crew will find time to do that as well, I think. Let's see. Or is the stockpile for these body parts is just closed for maintenance because it's too full. I wonder nobody's transporting stuff away. You see, there's always a good reason for things happening eventually once you have enough workers in your fort. And it pays off to just double and triple check these things. Yeah, I mean, the stinks out here, I don't mind. Let the cavern stink, I don't care. Okay. We've struck gemstone. Why did we strike gemstone? I bet that somebody went exploring there. It is for sure a cat or something streaking around there. They do that. Once the entrance to the caverns are open, your local cats will start scouting for you. Here we have one in action, and that is how you sometimes find gemstones, like I did a moment ago. That's where it comes from. Cats. Dwarven scouts, they are. That's their real identity. Anyways, so I do love the new living area. Sincerely, I really think this is one of the most ambitious and stupid ideas that I've ever had, and I love every single inch of it. So we're going to smooth those walls, so people are going to die in luxury if they're going to die eventually. No, everything will be fine. Don't you worry. It's all gonna be fine. Hey, look at that! I forgot 2 bedrooms. Okay, so that'll keep my people busy only for a moment. Swordmaster and troglodytes in combat. Alright. Yeah, I bet we're going to have a lot of these eventually on the tab. Ugh, well. Anyways, let's see how things are going. I feel as if the seed chamber needs an upgrade, eh? Okay. But it's also looking as if the red torches are really doing well at their job in terms of defending this place. The red torches will swap back somewhere else eventually, as soon as the robust rings are fit enough in their skill to fight off the troglodytes and what will eventually emerge from the deeper layers. I just didn't have any legendary fighters when we started there, and that was a really, really bad thing to begin with. Moody Dwarf can't find needed items. Good thing that I double checked. Alright, so what's the matter, kid? Letter... a shell. I think you're doomed. Let's see. I mean, tan heights, we have that. But shells, ugh. If you don't have fishery going on in your fort, it can be really, really hard to have anything like shells going on. And we don't have fishing, so that little kiddo, it's doomed. Oh man, that sucks. We would need some place to fish to resolve that issue. But that'll take a while until we get there. Oh no, I really hate it when that happens. Oh well. But sometimes it just does happen. What can I do? Let's dig that cistern instead. Wait a sec, it ain't wet yet. Snatchers! Alright. Let's see, how fit are these guys? Talented, adequate, skilled. Yeah, I think the robust rings are fit for their first deployment. Woo! Off they go. So, let's see. I think the goblin did lose the tussle, and the rest of the dudes just ran away. Just as they usually do. Good. So much for Dad. Okay. Oof. Where were we? So... that's interesting that this didn't get a warning here or anything. Well, whatever. So this is going to be our cistern. Let's do a safety thingy. As every system must have an entrance and an exit. Doesn't work without. We're activating the damp dig. There we go. So, and let's continue with that. We need a freshwater supply. Very, very much. And that's why I personally love Light Aquifer so much, as Light Aquifer always gives you a super easy method of getting yourself some fresh water. Love that. There we go. So we're going to make that thing, again, a little bit deeper. And I think probably that's going to be the last layer. Yeah, I think so. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's totally deep enough. We don't need to do more there. So the caravan has arrived. Wonderful. So let's see. Olin the Baroness Consort. Always the same person. Love that. Love consistency in my runs. Alright, so let's see. The caravan hasn't truly arrived yet. It is just the news that has arrived before anything has arrived. That's okay. At least doesn't give me the feeling that we're late or anything. So we're going to make, of course, iron buckets in this fortress. Did you expect anything else from me at this point anymore? I hope you didn't. So we need buckets, of course. Every fortress needs buckets. Oh man, I love all the iron on this place. So we're going to chop some more trees to keep the furnaces alive. As you see here, we're running out of fuel already. So there we go. We're definitely going to order now, since we're established, some different bars. Definitely the stuff that we cannot produce here. So I always love to order things, foreign metals. There we go. I love that they come with elephants. This is one of the things that never goes old on me with this game. There's always something fascinating going on. That's my doggo. She misses the family. They went for a shopping spree, so I went to a working spree. Now she needs some love. And she said hi. Say hi to her as well in the comment section, so she knows that she's not alone. So, don't you worry, I can caress her and record and play Dwarf Fortress all at the same time. I am a very versatile person. Why is the dog fighting with a naked mole dog? Tell me, and it's not my dog. So, somehow, creature has entered the caverns. So let's make something really ruddy. Let's send the royal military after this thing. Here we go. Let's make you turn you into a hot dog. Anyways, I have to get rid of this thing. If it fights already with the dog, there is a very high likelihood that it's going to fight with the dwarfs eventually too. And that is where things get nasty. And there's also a troglodyte dying again. They never get tired of trying, don't they? And yeah, here, there's the naked mole dog invasion happening. This is why this fortress will descend into madness eventually, I tells you. This place will be such a horrible abomination eventually, as we're going to have creatures all over the place. Or we're going to have a dungeon filled with cages and cages and cages full of creatures. It's going to be fun as hell. So, migrants, let's see, where's the first one of you? The new arrival, Udiel, the siege operator. You sound like you want to be a soldier one day. Alright, he also brings Delair the duckling. Welcome. No, 2 ducklings, actually. Adil, the diagnostician, hailing from the Lone Anvil. We need some locals here as well. I need to find somebody today to name for the future. Logum, the brewer. Pikut, the animal trainer. She's a master at that. We have a lot of these by now. So, a couple of children from the families that come. Nothing unexpected. Some poultry, ducklings. Rigoth, the blacksmith. Legendary one at that. And Minkot, the animal trainer. Zas, the engraver. Hell yeah, we have a legendary engraver in our ranks now again. And we have dead troglodytes in the hallway. All day long. Seriously. That's quite a prickly pear here. This place, I mean. So Kulet, the swordmaster, is reciting poetry while Erdem the planter is listening to that. I love this. So, yeah. Let's see. I highly doubt that the traders brought something like shell. Probably, though. We're going to draw a last straw here for the poor child and buy some fish. I'll set up a fishery in the hope that that processing the fish will produce some shell for the poor kid to work with. I'll try that. It is my last and best hope for this situation. Alright, we're going to go for another grand gift. Thing is, we are that rich, and I want to be a barony with lots of estates eventually. Hopefully that'll work. There we go. 7,000 dwarf bucks as a gift from me to you, my friends. So let's set up a fishery. It is seriously the last thing that that might work. The Doctor's Guild, the Guild of Relics, has been established. Good thing that I have also established a freshwater source. Alright, we'll see what that'll do. Thieving or mischievous. Oh, these things are actually a trouble. I don't know what they're supposed to thieve, but roar! Sorry, it's just fun hunting down these creatures. I think it is a little bit much to send an entire squad of 10 fighters after these creatures, but as you see, they're starting to make a living in my fort. Right in the middle there. They're already... yeah. Even the citizens are taking down the Nakedmogs. There we go. This will be the most disharmonious and stressful fortress that I've ever had in my life. Alright, the kid has been stricken by melancholy, so it's going to die now. Very sorry. But, yeah. Sometimes you just don't have shell. Sometimes in life you just don't have shell. So, I really wonder if I messed it up. Like here, that is a really, really low amount of aquiferous area, so we're going to help it out, eh? I have a bad feeling otherwise about that. Here we go. So it's going to be also a door here, because I really don't want the water that we're producing to flow into a wrong direction. That would be really, really unfortunate. There we go. So, oh boy, that's really not much. Let's see. We're doing some water engineering here, friends. But I think it doesn't get better than that, eh? Ah well, eventually that stuff will drip downwards. At least I hope so. Anyways, it is enough for the well, guilds. Let's make that 2 of them. And while we're at it, we're going to establish the Doctor's Guild. Right around the corner here. I really don't mind to have the guild over there. Oh, speaking about which, guild halls. Here. I missed to turn on the switch that all visitors are welcome. Oh, shoot. I really need to turn off the wet digging. I have no clue whether or not I dug into an aquifer now, but I think I didn't. What we are seeing here is a false positive. It's from the pond above. Alrighty, let's do a quick construction. So there's going to be a nice place right next to the well. And I think I'm going to put the hospital right next to that, as it sounds to me like the most sane choice there. So, traction benches. We do make chains, so traction benches will be absolutely no problem. We're going to keep the total amount at 3. Usually you really don't need that many. So, we're going to put up the wells. Yep, everything necessary for that available. Wonderful. So, let's see. We got other people here available as engravers, but I'm going to keep Uhrir on the task here. It is nice to have legendary engravers and all, but I don't want to have them dominating this place, so to speak. So, there we go. And the Doctor's Hall. Boom. The Heaven of Years. Whatever. Going to give them a bookcase. Bookcases are an interesting point, though. Should consider that. No, traction benches. It's a Doctor's Guild after all. And some art. So, we've accidentally opened something? No? I don't think so. I can't remember that I would have had any jobs that had the risk of that. A giant cave toad. But that's no death and mayhem at my doorstep. That's the good old jolly cave and ant people down there in the caves fighting the good fight. Whatever is the reason for these fellas to do so, I really don't know. Anyways, good. So far, so good. Babies. 2 of them. That's very, very rarely the case. Okay, so, yeah. I bet that this place should eventually fill with water, but for now, we already can draw muddy water. It'll take a while, but with the situation as it is right now, I'm very confident that eventually this little driplet here should fill the cave. But we're going to make this a little bit easier to fill. But here we're not going to, because here it is actually helping. There's water coming from that side. Okay, merchants are heading back home. Good stuff. Let's head back to the surface and see if my stockpiles need an upgrade. I think they do. Also, I think the forest needs a downgrade in terms of tree population. And let's check downstairs with wood logs. Yeah. I mean, I am plastering this place with iron bars, so it is no surprise for me that we're currently spending really a lot of charcoal constantly. But yeah. What else is this stuff good for, I ask you? Okay. Let's draw some tombs in here. There's going to be a place for that poor kiddo soon. They all die eventually if they don't get their artifacts, you see. Well, so where are we at right now? DEEPGUARD is coming along quite nicely. I had to take things a little bit more slowly today because we need to train the people at the robust rings decently before they can go downstairs. We also need the extra population. The extra people that we're gaining currently will help us to facilitate a higher number of soldiers, but we need to get there first. On the other hand, we are really getting there at this point. Today's influx of people was quite nice. I'm very sorry about the lack of a dwarf of the day, but I didn't really think about who to pick in the preparation of this episode. I was on a very short schedule today. And yeah, I'm going to think about who and which person deserves the spotlight for the next episode again, promise. So for today, well, we're starting to plaster this place now with luxury, as boxes and cabinets are, for me, a must-have in every apartment. Only then I deem these apartments to be really complete. Before that, well, it's just a room with a bed, and that's it. So yeah, this is also a nice way to spend a little bit more stone on other ends. I bet we need to quarry a little bit after that. I mean, we're right now only furnishing out the old city. The new city that we're building downstairs still does require a extra furnishing, but there is not that many bedrooms down there yet. We need to expand on that very soon as well, because, well, what can I say? The place ain't big enough yet, and there's constantly people coming, so that really needs to be taken into account. Okay, so there's just a ban on shield exports. I can't deal with that. And now, to complete today's tasks, finally, we're going to set up a hospital, but I'm going to set that hospital up right here at the entrance area. There we go. Simply because this is where there will be a very short way for the wounded to be carried there. We're not going to make this place iron, as we want to have a more pragmatic look here. It's a hospital after all. And let's see. Maybe we're going to have a second hospital eventually downstairs in the cavern areas as well. Could be very much so, but we'll see about that. For starters, we're going to go and work with this like that. So all that's missing now is another chest, a couple of beds. Let's make the whole area there, and a couple of tables. Every bed gets a table, and a couple of traction benches for those with broken bones, and we're pretty much good to go. Except for one thing, we need to assign this as a hospital. And we need to assign a chief medical dwarf. So, Mafol, expert diagnostician. I like the looks of that. And last but not least, just assign a couple of doctors. The wonderful part here is that we got a lot of good people for the job in this fortress, as this place here, this culture is full of doctors. If you ask them, they got a bajillion of doctors. So that's that. Well done. We got it. Troglodytes. Ubul is killing a troglodyte as well. What the hell is happening? So, looks like nobody got injured except for the people that are okay to get injured. So, my friends, that ends chapter 9. DEEPGUARD is safe yet again. So, my friends, thanks for being around. I'm going to drop some furniture on these rooms here as well while I'm outroing. Thanks for being around. Leave me your comments down below and feel free to drop a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. In the description box, you can find bajillions of links. Now, that's a slight over exaggeration. Here's a couple of links to my other playlists for Dwarf Fortress where you can find bajillions of few episodes of play time. I do a lot of different fortresses. I have 2 sagas by now while I'm recording this, and if you like that one, I'd be super happy to have you there as well. So have a nice day, and I hope you're going to be around soon. Bye bye.